Hi. So it's been a little bit of a minute, hasn't it? Yeah, sorry for that. I'm gonna cut the bullshit. So GPW's kind of been missing for the past 2 weeks. And I think I'll be completely honest. I made some dumbass excuse about it in my Discord server. I said it was for my mental health. It's just laziness. It got really tiring doing this over and over and over again every week. But I'm getting back into it. Sorry. I'd like to make a formal apology. I've made a severe and continuous lapse in my judgment. Apology video will be coming soon. Anyways, welcome to GPW episode 7. After way too goddamn long, we're back. I think it was like 2-3 weeks. We'll be fine. Anyways, we're opening this bitch up with a first... Well, technically, no, it's not a first round match. It is a second round match of the Openweight Classic, which has been going on since episode freaking 2, I think. I don't remember. Let me check. It was episode 4, my fault. Anyways, up first we had Chris Sabin. Introducing next, it's Kyle Fletcher. I'm sorry if I'm all discombobulated or doing too much. I'm getting back into the habit of doing this, and school's starting soon, so, you know. Stuff like that is gonna happen. Yeah, we're starting things off with Chris Sabin and Kyle Fletcher in the second round of the Openweight Classic tournament. If you guys remembered, Chris Sabin defeated, I believe, Cedric Alexander. Chris Sabin defeated Cedric Alexander to get here, and Kyle Fletcher defeated CM Punk. Which, both of those, I'll be honest, a win against CM Punk was insane for someone like Fletcher. And ladies and gentlemen, this showdown is getting right into it. And now look at this. Chris Sabin locking up from behind, though. But Fletcher going to counter into a headlock with Sabin on the floor, wrenching down on the neck and head of Chris Sabin. Might do a little bit of damage to the shoulders, too. You never know with those things. But Chris Sabin transitions into a headlock of his own and then gets put into a waistlock by friggin' Kyle Fletcher as soon as I said that. Fletcher drops him to the canvas. We're getting some pretty good chain wrestling. Double stomp on the arm by Fletch. Ooh, big kick to the face, though. And here we go, once again locking up. Slightly off from the center of the ring, but it'll do. Look at that. Got him in that wrist lock there. But still able to counter Sabin. Now wrenching down on the arm of Fletcher. That's got to hurt. Consistent offense. I cannot speak today. Holy shit. Consistent offense from both of these men. Lots of counters and stuff like that. Big kick to the gut. Oh, Fletcher. Jesus. Slams the skull of Sabin against the ground. And I know a lot happened as I said that elbow drop by Sabin. Chris Sabin now heading back into the ring. As you know, here in GPW, there are no countouts because they annoy me. Look at that, though. Suicide dive by Chris Sabin onto Fletcher on the outside. Listen, there may not be any countouts, but this match does still have to end in the damn ring. Sabin, big chop. Now picking up Fletcher. Taking him into the corner. Snake eyes. Into the corner. Hooks the leg. Only a count of 1, though. There comes Chris Sabin. Swinging neck breaker. Shades of CM Punk. Adam Cole, maybe. Now Sabin stomping on the jaw. The lower jaw. And now look at that kick. Big chop to Fletcher. Picking him up. Big suplex. Nice, just good old classic suplex. You love to see shit like that. But look at this. May have been thinking a brain buster, which is basically Fletcher's entire thing. Fletcher with a drop kick off the middle rope. Now here we go. Kyle Fletcher scoop slam. Calling Sabin onto his feet on the middle. Went for a cutter off the middle rope. Did not get it. And now Sabin tossing Kyle Fletcher off the ropes. They crash into each other. Sabin did not have enough time to react. Sabin now tripping him. And look at this. Half Boston Crab. Sinked in deep on Fletcher, but Fletcher able to break out of it. Now off the ropes goes Chris Sabin. Fletcher ducks under. Big spine buster. Look at this now. Elbow drop to the knee. Gonna cause some major damage there. Taking Sabin into the corner. Off the other corner. Drop kick by Fletcher. Fletcher now to the outside. Going to the top rope. Jesus. Massive splash. Sabin's up. Sabin no-sold that splash. And now these two men just beating the hell out of each other. Strong chops. Two men determined. Yeah, Fletcher just slapped the shit out of him. He didn't even chop him, he just slapped the taste out of his mouth. Fletcher, look at that, belly-to-belly suplex. Beautiful. Calling Sabin to his feet. Super kick. Hooks the leg. Ladies and gentlemen, that will do it. Kyle Fletcher has moved on in the Openweight Classic. Fletch officially advances to the semi-finals. He will face the winner of the next match. Now, we had the entire quarterfinal round of the Openweight Classic on this thing. Plus, in the main event, Grayson Cobb will defend the Television Championship against Danger Guy. So we have a pretty stacked card here tonight. We have a TV title match, plus the entire friggin' Openweight Classic. Plus the entire Openweight Classic quarterfinals matches. Cut me some slack, people. I haven't done this for 2 weeks, okay? Alright. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, we have our second Openweight Classic match of the night. It is Ilja Dragunov taking on Hologram. Ilja Dragunov conquered Bobby Fish, and Hologram defeated Bear Bronson in their respective matches. Both of these men defeated amazingly skilled opponents. I mean, Ilja Dragunov, that man right there, the Mad Dragon Ilja Dragunov, had arguably one of the best technical matches in GPW history against Bobby Fish. And that is a very large achievement. Alright, give me a second. My mic was being a little weird. But yeah, Ilja Dragunov. Jesus Christ, the entrances in these games. In this game. I can't even speak to myself. What the shit? Up next, we have a man, you know, the man that defeated Bear Bronson. Which is, in my opinion, a very insane feat. I mean, Bear Bronson's a great wrestler. Bite me. This man, Hologram, conquered him in a match on the same show as Ilja, may I add. And now, he's here facing off against Ilja Dragunov. One-on-one, mano-y-mano. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Dragunov, Hologram, one-on-one. And already, Dragunov just immediately raining down, just wailing on Hologram. Not really giving him anywhere to breathe, as Ilja does. He's used to overwhelming people with offense, and he is no stranger to it, including here tonight. There we go. Big kick to the gut of Hologram. And Hologram now Dragon Runner. See that, ladies and gentlemen, that you don't want Hologram to be able to do that. You don't want Hologram in a position where he can run. You don't want him in a position where he can flip, because that's when he starts to learn everything else. Now these two men locking up. Hologram now with a waist lock from behind. This Dragunov now transitioning into a waist lock of his own. No, Hologram able to transition into a headlock. Smooth transitions, smooth technical wrestling from these two men here. Hologram hooking the leg. Kick out at 1 by Ilja. Hologram, massive moonsault off the top rope. Calling Ilja to his feet. Sending Dragunov off the ropes. Big Hurricane Rana. And Dragunov has been overwhelmed. Never mind. Smooth reversal into a lariat by Dragunov. Calling Hologram to his feet. The turns have tabled, ladies and gentlemen. Dragunov ducking and weaving. Big German suplex. And now he's bridging into the pin. Kick out at 1 by Hologram. Oh, Lord. Dragunov is pissed, ladies and gentlemen. He is ready for a fight here tonight. Big kick to the side of the head. Ooh, massive knee. And now he's choking him with the foot. He's choking him with the goddamn boot. That's disgusting. Oh! Dragunov's entire body went limp practically off of that drop kick by friggin' Hologram. Big kick to the back. Calling Dragunov to his feet. And now Hologram able to speed up this match's pacing. But still, Ilja Dragunov trying, getting those smooth reversals off. But Hologram is learning him. That's the thing with Hologram. The more that you wrestle him, the more he can take control of the match because he learns. It's like he is actively scanning you and learning your motions in real time. And it makes him scary. I'll be real, it is one scary thing to deal with from a man. Leg drag, and now look at this. Pulling at the foot. Holy shit. Hologram now with a roll up. Got a count of 2. Big lariat. And now these two men on the outside. Standing moonsault by Hologram. Leg drop. Hologram now stomping on the arm. Overwhelming Dragunov with this offense, but no. Dragunov tried to fire back, didn't get it. Hologram's got him up. Boom! Drops Ilja Dragunov. I think the back of his neck might have hit the friggin' apron. We might have just witnessed a man die. Never mind, he's getting up. Holy shit. Massive Dragon Rana, though. I think, no, that was a Hurricane Rana. I'm crazy. Dragunov kicks out at 2, though, from that. Hologram, the fist into the face. And now he's calling Dragunov to his feet again. Maybe thinking UFO. And he's got it. Flaunting his strength into the UFO drop. Ladies and gentlemen, it is over. What? Dragunov kicked out. How in the name of God did Dragunov kick out? Dragunov with an enziguri. Holy shit. Taking Hologram center of the ring. He's flipping him around. H-bomb. Massive shot right to the face. And still Hologram kicks out. Oh my God. I don't know why my voice is so raspy right now. Slamming the elbow to the floor. Now Dragunov on the top rope. Calling Hologram to his feet. Hard elbow strike off the top. Hologram kicks out at 2 though. Holy shit. Dragunov. Power bomb. Hooks the leg. And still. Why is my voice so raspy? Still Hologram kicks out. Torpedo Moscow. Off the dome. Hooks the leg. No. What is Hologram made of? Still, Dragunov drops Hologram to the floor. Calls him to his feet. Drops him on the ropes. What the hell? Hologram now with a schoolboy or small package, whatever it's called. Kick out at 2 by Dragunov, thankfully. And now look at this. The power of Hologram lifting Dragunov above his head and dropping him with the gorilla press slam. Dragunov, though, kicking off Hologram, might have been looking to do something. Slamming that, once again, targeting that right arm of Hologram. Oh! Massive knee strike off the top. Hit him right in the throat. Jesus. And now Dragunov. Here we go, off the ropes. Drop kick, no. Hologram dodges. Drop kick to Dragunov. Calls him to his feet. And look at this. It might be over, ladies and gentlemen. Hologram with the UFO. Hooks the leg. No! Still, Ilja Dragunov managing to kick out at 2. And now look at this, just pounding down on the leg. Ilja Dragunov kicks off Hologram again, though. Might have been going for like a chop or something. The world's longest range chop, but instead gets wrecked by a backbreaker. Now Hologram on the top rope. That is not something you want to see. A luchador on the top rope is... Oh, Jesus. Hurricane Rana off the top. I was going to say, a luchador and the top rope go together like bread and butter. And now look at this Hologram. He's got Ilja Dragunov on the ropes. What is he doing? Oh my God. Cool flips, I guess. Bit extra, but okay. Drop kick in the corner. Hesitation drop kick to Dragunov. Now off the ropes. Frog splash. Off the rebound. Off that springboard. Hooks the leg. That'll do it, ladies and gentlemen. What a fight by Dragunov, though. You have to give him that. Unfortunately, I guess Hologram is like some mythical beast or something. Because no matter how much offense his opponent lays into him, he continues to kick out until they don't. It happened with Bear Bronson, and now it's happened with Ilja Dragunov. This man is continuously plowing through opponents that you would think would manage to beat him easily. I thought that was it. This H-bomb right there completely wrecked the dude's teeth, I'm sure. I mean, it completely busted open Bobby Fish. And it helped him a lot to win that match. But Hologram, he's just a different breed. I'm convinced that this man isn't human. Actually, the name should give it away. Never mind. I take it back. Ladies and gentlemen, we move on to our next match in the Openweight Classic. It is a match made somewhere. I have no idea, man. I don't even know how to describe this, honestly. It's Mark Briscoe and Eddie Guerrero. This is a match you could only see on some random Texas local indie. Until now. Mark Briscoe, Eddie Guerrero, right now. But hey, we've had a lot of random concoctions of matches that went way too hard here in GPW. I love to cite the episode, it was either a match in either episode 2 or episode 3, where we had Hologram. Wait, no, not Hologram. I'm stupid. We had Danger Guy collide with Claudio Castagnoli, and those two men just beat the shit out of each other for like 20 minutes. And I like to be proven wrong. These matches, they are incredibly weird, and they go insanely hard. And now we've got Mark Briscoe in the building. Now, there's a bit of a technical error at the end of his, for him exiting the arena on that one, because we forgot to play his theme song on his way out. And, yeah, I forgot to, like IRL, I forgot to edit it correctly. My fault. And now we have this man, Eddie Guerrero, arguably one of the best to ever do it in professional wrestling. Let's be real here. So, Guerrero just, I don't know, it's hard because he's been literally everywhere at least once. He's been a major superstar in the WWE, in WCW. He was on the Indies at one point and gave us the most random matches imaginable. He's had a triple threat with Rey Mysterio and CM Punk in IWA Mid-South, of all places. Like, this man, he can be everywhere and anywhere and put on a banger. That's pretty much Eddie Guerrero for you. And Mark Briscoe, obviously, multiple-time former Ring of Honor Tag Team Champion, former AEW TNT Champion. Like, this man, he's done a lot. Big senton. I have to go turn some lights on because it's getting really dark in here. Give me a second. Also, let me know down in the comments if you guys want to see more no commentary matches, like, you know, the one in episode 1 with Jay White and La Parka, of all things. Let me know what you guys think of these no commentary matches. Now these two men locking up. Guerrero pushing Briscoe into the corner. Ooh! Cheap shot by Guerrero. What a heel. Now these two men locking up again. Guerrero, Briscoe. Briscoe now with a headlock. What are the odds that this match has actually happened before? Alright, anyways, now transition into targeting the arm by Mark Briscoe. Mark Briscoe, former multiple-time Ring of Honor Tag Team Champion with his brother Jay, rest in peace. And, you know, I don't know how to go on from that. I'm just going to say nothing. Anyways, back to the match. Mark Briscoe, hard shot to the side of the head. And Briscoe is just wailing on Guerrero right now. Look at that. Lariat. Lariat. Drops him. Oh! Hard kick to the head by Eddie Guerrero. And a hard kick to Eddie Guerrero by friggin' Mark Briscoe. Mark Briscoe now. Oh crap. Figure 4 maybe. I don't know what this thing is called. Just looks like a backwards figure 4, so that's what I'm gonna call it. I haven't seen that a lot before. Look at this. Ooh! Massive kick to the head. And I think Mark Briscoe might have been busted open by the sheer force of Eddie Guerrero smacking his boot into the eye. And now Eddie Guerrero flopping on top of him, heading to the top rope. Starts cross country with the elbow drop. And Eddie's taking the damn turnbuckle pad off. The ref is going to fix it. Guerrero taking Briscoe to his feet. Dropping Mark Briscoe. Now Briscoe going back into the ring. Guerrero turning Briscoe around. Guerrero's going up top now. Frog splash and it misses. Briscoe got out of the way for it. And now Mark Briscoe busting the groin up. That's not going to feel good. He's going to feel that in the morning. I know Vicky's not going to like it. Anyways, Guerrero calling Briscoe to his feet. Yeah. Suicide dive. Yeah. I said nothing. Knee to the back of the head. Mark Briscoe is up. He's up like nothing ever happened. Look at that. Beautiful execution by Briscoe, if I do say so myself. And now look at this. Eddie Guerrero. Crossbomb. Or whatever the hell it's called. Anyways, kick at it too by Mark Briscoe. I just realized I've been saying anyways a lot. Lariat by Briscoe. Mark Briscoe now. Ooh, massive chop. Eddie Guerrero now lifting Briscoe up. Brainbuster. No! Briscoe gets out of it. Briscoe maybe thinking powerbomb. No. Eddie Guerrero counters into a roll-up. Kick at it won by Mark Briscoe, though. Ooh. Went for a standing swanton, maybe. Jesus, the nails digging into the back. And there's that kick to the face. The cross country with the elbow drop by Mark Briscoe. And still Eddie kicks out. Eddie Guerrero, he is not done. Headbutt by Mark Briscoe, though. And now he's walking the tightrope for the elbow. That's how he won his last match, ladies and gentlemen, against Chris Hero. And I guess the streak of the tightrope elbow drop just murdering people continues. That's funny. He won both of his matches in the exact same way. Watch him win the whole thing, and he just wins all his matches with that same move. But yeah, Mark Briscoe, Eddie Guerrero. Truthfully, mid. Kind of mid. It feels like a fever dream even seeing these two men in the same ring. And I can't shake off the feeling that this might have actually happened before. Because I know Eddie had a short run in the Indies before, like after WWE got rid of him for the first time. I don't remember. I just know he had a short-ass indie run. But yeah. That elbow drop off the top there. And then, of course, that tightrope elbow drop, which put away Chris Hero in the last round. And now it's put away Eddie Guerrero. Is that tightrope elbow drop like the new legend killer? What is going on? This man is completely friggin' murdered two legends of wrestling, legends of pro wrestling, with that same elbow. Like, what universe am I in right now? Anyways, we move on to our final match of the quarterfinals. And it is a battle of the blondes, I guess. As Zack Sabre Jr. takes on William. Now, Zack Sabre Jr., arguably one of the best technical wrestlers on the planet. Like, ever. And William, the up-and-comer who took on Chris Bay in the last round. So, I guess it's really a battle of the... You could say it's the battle of the blondes, but I see it also as like the battle of the then versus the now. I don't know how crazy of a statement that is, of course. Here we are now, ladies and gentlemen, Zack Sabre Jr., as you can see, rocking the orange, black, and white of TMDK, which is like an acronym or an abbreviation or something for something that I cannot remember for the life of me. If you guys remember what the hell TMDK stands for, drop it in the comments section, please. And now, here comes the up-and-comer. Easily a big rising star here in GPW, William. Now, I'll admit it, his attire may be shitty. And his shit looks dyed. But at the end of the day, that is still my friend. I'll be completely honest with you, that's my friend right there. Shit, I made it sound weird. Let's focus less on the attire and more on the friggin' wrestling, shall we? So, now, Zack Sabre Jr. tossing William into the corner, big chop, kick to the skull, and now a butterfly suplex. Jesus Christ. Now, I feel like this is going to have a very similar style to Zack Sabre Jr.'s last match against Javon Evans. William is going to have to speed up the pace. Well, Zack Sabre Jr. going to have to try to keep it grounded in that technical style that he's practically mastered. And William has to attempt to try things a bit differently with his style of a more high-flying-esque. More high-flying nature. And look at this roll-up by Zack Sabre Jr. with the legs. That's still one of the more interesting roll-ups I've ever seen. Drop kick to the leg by William. William, springboard frog splash off the rebound, heading to the top rope. Went for a double foot stomp, didn't get it, and now there's a DDT. Calling it's ZSJ to his feet. Springboard Hurricane Rana. And now Zack Sabre Jr. hanging off the ropes. Hard shot. Look at this. Sunset flip powerbomb to the floor. I think that's what that's called. It's the foot DDT! And then now just going after the legs of ZSJ. I'm surprised. I thought that this was going to be like Javon versus Zack Sabre Jr. in the last round, where he was going to have to speed up the pacing a little bit, but he seems to be basically saying go for it, and is just trying to overwhelm Zack Sabre Jr. with pretty much a very similar style to his. Oh, he's cooked. Okay, Zack Sabre Jr. got ahead of the leg, or hold of the leg, and now he's got the arm and just kicking at what could very much be the kidneys, the stomach. And now look at this. Oh, God. Ugh. Oh, I hate that. The fingers. Just pulling at the fingers. I never liked that. Oh. Ooh. Holy shit. He went for some kind of submission move. Didn't get it. Off the top, double foot stomp. Hooks the leg. Kick out at 2 by Zack Sabre Jr. Now that springboard splash. ZSJ is up. But Williams still just picking up Zack Sabre Jr., tossing him to the ground. Now he's picking him up again. Oh! The shoulder of ZSJ. Look at this. GOAT status! William with the GOAT status on the Zack Sabre Jr., but he's still not enough. Went for a double foot stomp again. Big lariat by Zack Sabre Jr. And look at this now. Oh. Look at that. Sending William to the outside. No, he's not done. William now with a shoulder tackle to the gut. Taking him into the corner. Slamming his face into it. Ooh. Just kicks him in the teeth. I think he got his hand too. And now William, though, he's just grabbing him again. Zack Sabre Jr.'s having none of that shit, though. Here we go. Fisherman driver. And now ZSJ not done, it looks like it. Taking him center of the ring. Oh, no. William just rolled out of the way of what I would guess was impending doom. And look at this now. Oh, crap. Went for an octopus stretch, but ZSJ moved out of the way. Now just pulling at the leg. No matter what way you put it, that hurts. Hooks it. William moves on. William moves on to the semifinals, ladies and gentlemen. Nice, short, quick match of just two guys just beating the shit out of each other for a couple minutes. You love to see it. Ladies and gentlemen, this is on board to be the shortest episode of GPW ever. As I've just checked my runtime, we've only been going for 47 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, William will move on to the semi-finals. We have 2 more matches. 3 more until we receive a full and actual complete winner and our inaugural Openweight champion. The question is, who will that be? Well, you guys are not going to be able to figure that out yet, because in the main event, we got a television championship match. Because we got to have one every week, as per the prophecy. Anyways, GPW Television Champion Grayson Cobb will defend against the walking OSHA violation, Danger Guy. If you know anything about Danger Guy, you know he likes to drop people on their heads. And Grayson Cobb has a finisher called CTE. I have a feeling these two will get along. I mean, one loves dropping people on their head, and another one named their finisher after blunt force trauma. I think that's what causes CTE. I'm not sure. I'm not an athlete. I wouldn't know. Nor am I a doctor. I just know that it means the bad head thing. Anyways, here comes Danger Guy. The walking OSHA violation. Easily the most dangerous professional wrestler in the world. And yet, we let him here in GPW. Reason, because we can. I mean, what's the state gonna do? Sue us?
What's up, Danger?
We're the top wrestling promotion in here, god damn it. You can't do nothing. I have money and power, therefore your argument is invalid. Said literally every rich person ever. Anyways, here comes Grayson Cobb, the GPW Television Champion, absolute behemoth of a man. Grayson Cobb, he's big, he's bad, and he's probably beating the shit out of his dad. I don't know, I tried to come up with a rhyme. I'm sorry, that was really shitty. But Grayson Cobb, simple country boy turned absolute monster here in GPW. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. The GPW Television Championship match. As I've already said, but I'll do these again. Introducing the challenger, the walking OSHA violation, Danger Guy. And up next, the champion, the GPW Television Champion. He is Grayson Cobb. Also, quickly want to say, if you guys want to support the channel, please go follow all of my other socials. I can't put links in the description because YouTube hates me and wants to see my ID, which I'm not doing. So, links in my bio. Please join my Discord. All the stuffs. Anyways, now these two men locking up. Oh, Jesus. Big slam to Danger Guy. That hard shots now raining down by Cobb. Just tossing Danger Guy. See, the problem with this match is definitely going to be the size difference. Grayson Cobb, he is a big man. And I don't mean to be rude, but Danger Guy's a little tiny. You know, he's more average. I don't know. I don't know what the average height is for a man of his age, mostly because we don't know what his age is, because we can't see his goddamn face. So, now Cobb, cover, kick out at 2. Already getting a 2 count out of Danger Guy. That is not good. We could see a squash match, ladies and gentlemen. Dropping Danger Guy on his back to the canvas. And now look at this, raining down the shots and a hard-ass headbutt. Now Danger Guy, I mentioned this earlier tonight, he put on an absolute banger back in episode 2 or 3 against Claudio Castagnoli. Those two men just beat the hell out of each other. And Danger Guy, he's the guy that, he's basically that one uncle that nobody should be around, but he's there anyway. I'm sure we all know someone like that. Basically, the problem is, Danger Guy's kind of a goddamn psychopath. He finds joy in oh my god! I take everything back. The Lariat of God from Grayson Cobb. Kick out at 2. Look at that! Danger Guy showing no fear. Basically saying, I don't fear you. And now those kicks to the skull. Hooks the leg. Kick out at 1! The champion kicked out at 1. Oh, Lord have mercy. We saw this against Claudio Castagnoli, ladies and gentlemen. Lifting that big-ass dude up and dropping him with the Kudo driver right on the back of his neck. That could be it, and we got a count of 2. Now look at this. Ooh. Big ass shot to Cobb. And now look at this. Grayson Cobb now electric chair. Drops him in with the electric chair. Danger Guy's up. Knee to the face. He said screw that. And now Danger Guy. Kamigoye. Off the skull of Grayson Cobb. And now just stomping on the back. Transfer. Got the arm here. Got the fingers and just tugging. God, it doesn't matter how big or how strong you are. That's gonna hurt. Cobb is up. Spear. Elbow drop now. Oh Lord, there's a choke bomb by Grayson Cobb. We might be it. No. Danger Guy kicks out at 2. Now Cobb is pissed. Cobb is bleeding and he's mad. Went for the Lariat of God. Got reversed. Danger Guy trying to capitalize. Kick out at 1 though. You can see he's getting desperate. Oh God, you shouldn't have done that. Look at this Danger Guy with the Tiger Driver. Dropped him right on the top of his head. We might have a new champion.
What's up, Danger?
We've got a new champion.
Like, what's up, Danger?
What a way to kick off the return of GPW with a new TV champion. Now Grayson Cobb, he had a dominant reign, defeating Kota Ibushi in only, I believe, his second title defense, and proceeded to plow through the likes of Will Ospreay, Juice Robinson, and I believe he beat someone else, but I can't remember. And now, who would have guessed? He met his maker And his maker was in fact like a 5'6" psychopath. What a way to go out. I have to say, ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to Danger Guy for conquering the monster that is Grayson Cobb. He did that shit. Jesus Christ, these highlights are taking too damn long. And you see that, after that Tiger Driver dropped Cobb right on his head. We might need to get Cobb checked by medical after that. And ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to Danger Guy on becoming your new GPW Television Champion. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Gattlinggun Pro Wrestling in WWE 2K25. I have been Froggy. You have been awesome. My controller just disconnected. Alright, there we go.